All right, I'm your host, Jay, and I need a drink of water. All right, it is what? It is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means I am 30 minutes late. So, look, I can't sing a song. If you want, take a minute, message somebody, and tell them to get onto this program because I am going to be giving them some good nuggets because this is about your money. 2022, the year of change. This is time for you to stop letting big businesses such as your credit card companies, your banks, okay, your loan officers. Stop letting these people rob you of your money, okay? Everybody, well, let me say this. I shouldn't say everybody, but I know that over 90% of my Facebook followers are network marketers, and they're online because they want to make more money, okay? But what they're missing is the hidden treasure that's right inside their own salaries. Okay, that's a different message. So let me just try to stick with this one right now for today. And please, if you like the message, share with somebody. Go on my YouTube channel, which of course is just J Early, Earley. All right. And give me a like over there. Of course, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, but get the message out. This is about education. Is very beneficial for all of our welfares if we know what to do with our money once we make it. Because we make enough money in most cases, it's just that we don't know what to do with it when we get it. That's why we end up living paycheck to paycheck. So let's get into this. First of all, this is what I want you to do. In fact, I had a discussion with a young man today. He got upset with me. And I thank him because he caused me to make this. Stop trying to stop trying to invest to get out of debt. Listen to what I just said. Stop trying to invest to get out of debt. Okay? Bear with me, and I'm going to show you why that doesn't work at all. Even though a lot of people tell you, come here, make this every day, 1% a day, whatever. Okay? Get in Bitcoin and it'll shoot up tomorrow and all that good stuff. There's some rules for investing. That was my profession for 32 years. So I kind of know a little bit of what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Most people jump into investing in Forex or Bitcoin thinking they're going to earn enough money to get out of debt. But we need to get into the reality, right? First rule of investing, figure out your finances. Know what it is that you have to deal with. Most people tell, well, man, you can start investing $50 or you can start investing with $100. Can you really? Is that money, if you've got a discretionary income that's saying that you have $100, or at least you think you have $100 to invest, should you be investing? All right, follow along with me. Take an honest look at your entire financial situation, what you own and what you owe. Very important items. On one side, what I want you to do is just you get to take, they call this a network statement. I'm just saying you can take a yellow sheet of paper, notepad, draw a line down the middle, okay? And then you write assets and liabilities. Or you can write incoming and outgoing, something that makes sense to you. Now, what you do on one side is you list what you own. These are your assets, okay? On the other side, you list what you owe. Okay, now if you're making payments on your car, you don't own it. It's not an asset. If you have a house and you're buying, you got equity in it, then yeah, you own the equity. Okay. Um, if your assets at the end of lining this up, your income and your outgoing, and it says if your assets are larger than your liabilities, then you have a positive net worth. If your liabilities are larger than your assets, you have a negative net worth. That means you're in the minus, you're in the red. Okay, I don't know how else to explain it to make it more simple. This is why I like to use the incoming, outgoing, and what's left over is called discretionary income. That's the easiest way to explain it. That means money that you can decide what you want to do with after you pay all the bills and everything. Okay, so let's move on. Let me ask you a question. If you're paying off a store credit card debt and the average interest rate is 24.91%, okay? Now we know the minimums are about around 20%. How much would you have to earn from your investment to have a profit after taxes. Think about it. Okay, because remember, when you earn on an investment, that's a taxable income. Okay, of course it's taxed differently, but it is a taxable income. So then the question is, if you're paying on your credit card debt, I'm just rounded up. Let's say you round it down. Yeah, I guess I rounded up 25% interest. All right, I've seen some out there higher than that. But let's say you're paying 25% interest on your credit card debt. Do you need to make 30%? Do you need to make 35%? And that's true. Where are you going to make it without a risk? That risk of loss is a very important factor, of course, when you're talking about investing. Now, the first thing that they recommend, of course, is that I'm sorry, second thing. The first thing was to analyze your money. Second thing is that you pay off your credit cards or other high interest rate debt. No investment strategy pays off as well or as with little risk than eliminating high interest debt. If you owe money on your credit cards, the wise thing you can do is pay off the balances full as quickly as possible. Virtually no investment will give you returns to match a 20% or higher interest rate. Did you hear what they said? Now, believe it or not, I got this from a government website. That's all I'm going to say, okay? So even your government is concerned about your finance. Now, remember, 32 years, I did financial planning for military personnel. It says here, or your credit card. That's why you're better off eliminating all credit card debt before investing. Once you paid off your credit cards, you can budget your money and begin to save and invest. Listen to what they're saying there. Is my next slide going to take me too far? Let me go back just for a second. I want you to listen to what they're saying there. Okay, their bottom line. Once you've paid off your credit cards, you can budget your money and begin to save and invest. What's the first savings account that you should have? It should be a savings account for emergencies. And it's normally suggested 6 times your monthly take-home pay. So if you take home $2,000, you should have $12,000 sitting in an account somewhere. That if you happen to lose your job, roof needs to be repaired, whatever, okay, you've got that emergency money sitting there. And don't expect to make any money on it. The average is, that's coming from my eye. The average is about 1% or lower at the bank right now, okay? So follow along with me. The next step is to keep track of your income and expenses. I used to tell people, get you one of these little pads you could put in your pocketbook. Your shirt pocket. Doesn't need to be bigger than that, okay? Or you can put it in your pocketbook. Now, this is what's suggested for you to do. I'll stop there for a second. Keep track of your income and expenses. Write down what you and others in your family earn and spend each month, and include a category for savings and investing. Whoa. If you are spending all your income and never have money to save or invest, start by cutting back on expenses. Cutting back on expenses, okay? When you watch where you spend your money, you will be surprised how small everyday expenses can add up. Many people get into the habit of saving and investing by paying themselves first. An easy way to do this is to have your bank automatically deposit money from your paycheck into a savings account. Now, remember, when you do that, let's say you tell them, to put away 10%. Let's say that 10% works out to be $100 a month. You don't go back and touch that. That's not your put in and take out money. The money you have in your checking account, that's what that's for right there. All right. So don't get it mixed up. Don't get it twisted. You have your emergency savings, and then you have your long-term savings and investments. Right? Once you've gotten to a financial situation where you can afford to invest. So another way to accomplish this is with a simple system called income shifting. You're going to be hearing me say income shifting, money makeover many a time for the rest of this year and hopefully on into next year, as long as I can put this word out there. All right. Because you need to learn, number one, what other institutions are doing with your money and how you can get that money back under your control. That's very important. And sometimes it takes a professional to help you do that. You can't do that on your own. I want you to remember that. Okay, so it's very important. So the key word we're talking about today, of course, is income shifting. So think about this. Most of you've never heard of it and you don't know how it works, but you need to know. All right. So if you message me, I'll send you a short 16-minute video that will break it down for you. And then if it makes sense to you, then we'll try to figure out how that we can get you involved, that you can start getting money back into your hands from big business immediately. That means by the next time you get your next paycheck. Okay. So just message me and let me share how income shifting, income shifting, I'm going to say it very plainly, income shifting can work for you. All right. By the way, I just remembered that we got a webinar tonight. Let me get the time right. I believe it's around 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get on that, message me and I'll make sure you get the link and you can jump on and hear some of the professionals explain it to you. Okay. Now, look, as usual, I always hope that whatever I say to you just makes sense. Okay. Because I believe in this. If you do 50% of what I tell you, just 50%, I know that you'll have financial success and I'll be celebrating with you at the top. Now, for those that don't, well, I always like to say that we'll be waving to you from the top. So you have a choice. Life is about choices. Okay. You can keep on living from paycheck to paycheck, wishing, okay, you could take a trip to Monaco, uh, Côte d'Azur in France. Okay, good time to be there is in May when they have the film festival, or fly over to, I don't know, Monaco. You might even want to come to Germany and visit me. All right, we got some beautiful places over here that you can see also. But it's very important that you, like I said, I did this for 32 years. Now I got a group of professionals that I don't have to do it, but I can direct you to them and they can do it for you. And you'd be surprised uh, how low it will cost you. Okay. In some cases, it ends up being almost nothing. All right. So I'm going to get out of here and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be on with a short message in the morning around 7 a.m. your time. And then we'll see what we got to talk about tomorrow. Okay. God bless. I love each and every one of you. Remember, I love you and so does God. And we both want you to succeed and have success.